Hello, I'm Rico Cavella, and I want to welcome you to this episode of the Fearless Aging Podcast. Well, the title of today's episode is Putting It All Together, and you'll know what that means in just a minute. So, my co-host John Jew and I and our guests, we're here to inspire you and empower you to become your best self, so you can go out and make a bigger positive difference in the world. So we're here to offer you proven tips and strategies that you can use immediately to greatly improve your overall health and well-being. So John, say hello to our audience and tell them what our mission statement is.
Yes, thank you, Rico. Our mission is to empower elders 60 and over to achieve optimal mental, physical, and financial health, enabling them to live longer, healthier lives while sharing their wisdom to mentor younger generations and help solve today's global challenges.
John, why don't you elaborate on that just a little bit and just talk just a little briefly about why this is so important and why it's a big problem for so many elders that aren't nearly as healthy and as energetic and living as long as they can and need to be.
Yes, what we're doing with and we need to take responsibility for our own lives, of course. But what's happening here is our society has brought us to a point where we're victims. Basically, elders are victims, and they have learned through their lifestyle and their in our society to believe in an authority figure that is going to help them supposedly get healthier. And it's created a mindset for a huge majority of our elders, as well as our population here in the United States, is that we think that getting aging and getting to where we feel no less energy, where we're feeling that we have to live with chronic illnesses and that we have medications that are taking us and will prolong our life. Actually, it'll hurt our quality of life. It may prolong our life, but our quality of life is diminished, and actually it shortens our life in so many ways. So what I'm saying is that's a normalization for our elders to think that way. It's a normalization for our society to think that elders, as they age, their cognitive ability diminishes, their physical ability diminishes, and that's the way it is, and it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I've been developing and teaching and living what I call the ageless living lifestyle. And so we're here to tell you we know for sure that you can live a much healthier, energetic, long life and be vital and make a big difference in the world no matter what your age. So we're here to help you, to show you and guide you what you need to do so you can reverse that premature aging and you can live a much healthier, long life. So in the past 9 or 10 episodes, we've gone through the major components that make up a really important a lifetime wellness program that you need to learn about and incorporate into your lifestyle. So if you haven't seen some of those episodes, we highly recommend you go back and check them out. You can find them on e360tv.com and also on our YouTube channel, and we'll put those links in the show description. So what we thought this episode we'd do, we'll just kind of summarize it. We'll go through each one of those main components, and we'll give you a quick summary of what that component is and the importance of it and how you can get started with it. And then we're going to let you know we have a surprise for you today. We're excited about. We put together actually a 21-day online wellness coaching program to help you develop your own personal lifetime wellness program. And the best part, it's very affordable and it's going to be really effective. So stay to the end. We'll tell you how you might want to get involved with that. So John, let's go through the 9 previous episodes just kind of real briefly and just give an idea what that's about, why it's so important. And so number one is mindset. It's all about your beliefs. So talk just a little bit about that.
Yes, so important, so foundational is the way we think about our lives. And those beliefs are really limiting beliefs to think that, we are going down a road. And once again, we'll keep this very relevant is that we're talking about our elders and we're talking about 60 and over, and at the same time, everybody knows an elder. Everybody has one either in their family or they know one. And, we're all over the place. And what we're seeing here is a change in mindset about how we look at our elders, how the elders think about themselves. And that's where it all starts, is to get that. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to give you action plans with your 21 day and with the things that we have for better health. We're going to go over those, and we're going to go over them in such a way that it's going to hopefully make a little bit of a shift in your mind that says things don't have to get worse, they can get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually forgot to mention before we got started that this podcast is not only for elders, but it's for people who have elders that they're concerned about. So that's if that's you, you're in the right place. Oh yeah, so just a cap on the mindset thing. It's well known that our beliefs and our thoughts create our reality. So you got to shift that belief to believe that you can get and stay healthy and energetic for all of your life, no matter what your age. That's what we're doing, and we know you can do it too. Okay, so number two, this is a real important one, life purpose. I'll just mention real briefly, and then you talk more about it, John. It's what I discovered working with being a personal trainer for over 42 years and working with so many people and talking to so many people that knew they wanted to get healthier and get fit, but they never got started, or they never stuck with it, was because what I finally found out was because if most people are not really living purposely, they don't have a clear life purpose. And because if you don't have a clear life purpose, then you're just kind of going through life reacting to things, and you're not proactive. And if you don't know what your purpose is, you don't have the motivation to become your best, healthiest, energetic, wisest self, and to go out and make a bigger difference and to live that purpose. So that's why it's so important to develop, to know what your purpose is.
Yes, absolutely. And what you're really talking about here, Rico, well said. And what you're really talking about is your why, and why what your calling is on in this life. And what we're doing here is we're giving you an opportunity to discover your life purpose. And the very most fundamental thing is to be able to think about what that is, your why. And when you have your health and you don't have your health, those are the two main components. Those are the components that really will take you to your life purpose. When you don't have your health, you can only think about regaining your health. When you do have your health, you can have 1,000 dreams. You can really think that, your health is not the most important thing that you're working on, because it is, but it'll get you going in a direction that says, why am I here? It's not to be unhealthy. It's not to be full of, the problems that our elders have. And that's where we are right now with life purpose, is that we have to discover our why to really live as we were intended to live, joyfully and purposefully.
Absolutely. So we want everybody to be able to, live that kind of a life. And also, we need more people as they age to stay healthy and energetic, so they can give back their knowledge and wisdom, and again to make a big impact to make a better world for everyone. Okay, number three is responsibility. This is a real simple one. If you're not responsible for anything in your life, how successful are you going to be? I think everyone knows if you want to be successful at any aspect of your life, you got to take the responsibility and you got to make it happen. And so everybody wants to be powerful, right? Everybody would like to be a powerful person. It's very easy. Just be responsible for everything in your life, and that's going to make you a powerful person. Because if you're not responsible, then you're a victim. You give up your power. So it's real simple. Just take responsibility for everything in your life, and you'll make it happen. You'll be a powerful person.
Yeah, that's right. So true, Rico. So true. And to give you an example of probably 9 out of 10 of our people in the United States here, as well as it even goes even more, 9.5 out of 10, as you age and as you get to be an elder, to a point where you are responsible for your health. And then people will give that opportunity to the authority figures in our systems that are not serving us. And when you rely on your doctor to say, okay, examine me for the, half an hour, or, maybe a total of whatever number of hours, You're in your body 24/7. You've got to take responsibility for it. So that mind shift has to occur to say, no excuses. I'm going to take responsibility for my own body, my own spiritual growth, my own mental well-being. Is that I'm the one who is living in this body 24/7, not a doctor or an authority figure who doesn't really have your best interest in their minds. And if you don't take responsibility for it, then you'll get the result of somebody else.
That's exactly right. So number 4 and number 5, I'm going to kind of combine them together. But number 4 is about being aware of the dangers of our mainstream medical system, which is called a healthcare system, but it's really a sick care system. It doesn't teach you or help you to be healthy. It just or stay healthy. It just tries to treat you with questionable treatments when you actually get sick. So you need to be aware that our mainstream medical system is fantastic. If you get into an accident, you have an acute situation, they can save your life, put you back together again. But for most chronic illnesses that people go to see doctors, not only are their treatments pretty much ineffective, but they can be downright dangerous. It's well known now that the biggest place that if you want to die, go to a hospital. More people are dying in hospitals than anywhere else. So they're actually dangerous places. And taking all these medications, there's something. I think a statistic says the average American over 40 is taking at least 4 medications. And that's not to say that some medications may be necessary, but most of the time they are not. And you're not ill because you lack of some drug and some medication. So we highly recommend that you consult with a naturopathic doctor or a functional medicine doctor who can really evaluate you and probably get you off a lot of those medications and get you on a natural healing method of lifestyle medicine. And that was number 5, John, was to learn about the natural healing methods. So you can talk a little bit about that briefly. Because that should be our number one thing that we go to is natural healing methods. And then if you're still having troubles, we have it backwards. Our mainstream allopathic medicine is an alternative. And all the things that you can do naturally to get your body back in balance so it can heal is mainstream medicine.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Is that what we're doing is we need a mind shift. We need a belief in ourselves that the best healing is natural healing within our own selves. That is our cells know better than any medication, know better than any doctor what they're about as they get fed nutrition, number 6 on our list. And nutrition is so important to give that nutrition to your cells so you can address the root causes of any illness, any problems that you might have, goes right down to the cellular level. Our systems do not do that. They just treat symptoms and it's not working. And we'll keep it simple. We'll keep it real simple. If you can just put good things into your body, nutrition, and if you put ultra processed foods or sugar and things that are not good for you, those are toxic over time. Those are toxic. Yeah, they might taste good and they might be a habit of yours, but to change your mindset again, to say, let me feed those cells with nothing but nutrition, and you will see some amazing results of just changing that lifestyle to the point where you just keep it real simple. Just put things that are good for you in, and believe it or not, they'll actually taste even better. They'll taste even better than what you're putting in as far as ultra processed or foods that are not good for you.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, John. And so actually 6 and 7 was nutrition episode number 1 and nutrition episode number 2, where we went a lot into depth of all about nutrition. So we highly recommend you go back and check out those episodes. But I just want to sum it up is it'll make a huge difference if you just learn to make at least 80% of your diet what we call real food. And real food doesn't come with a label. You don't have to read a label. It doesn't come in a package or a can or a box. It's what's grown in Mother Nature, organic fruits and vegetables and whole grains, nuts and seeds, and some healthy animal products if you eat animal products. So that takes care of 6 and 7. And then we're on to number 8, because we don't have a whole lot of time left, is movement. movement is improvement and stillness is illness unless you're meditating. So the main thing about exercise is you've got to just move your body on a daily basis. It's move it or lose it. So just real quickly, everyone needs to do some form of aerobic activity every day. Get out, if it's just a short walk, that's better than nothing. Just walk, get some oxygen in your body, but do whatever you can. Swim, ride a bike, dance, anything that gets your heart rate up, you need to do on a regular basis. And you need to stretch your muscles and your connective tissues on a regular basis, or else you're going to lose your mobility. You're going to get all bent over and stiff, like you see so many. So sadly, we see so many older people that way. So you got to stretch on a regular basis, and you got to do some form of muscle strengthening at least 2 or 3 times a week, and that will serve you very well. So once again, if you want to get more information on that, check out our episode number 8. So let's go on to number 9, John. Let's talk about how to get the proper rest and relaxation, why that's so important.
Yeah, totally important. I just want to touch right back on the movement and proper exercise real quick. We're experts. You are an expert at being an elder in such a way that movement and proper exercise is so key. Getting your muscles really toned to the point where it's real easy to do just by walking, just by doing some simple exercises. And in your 21-day action plan, those things are included. So we will give you a complete way to do this that is easy, it's fun, and actually the results you're going to get are amazing. And I just wanted to just emphasize again, Rico, what you have to offer as far as the exercise part, because you are an expert at that, is so key to our health. So, I just want people to be encouraged to say, this is the way to go, and it's easy, and it will be something that they can live and change the rest of their life for better movement and better joy and a better life. So rest and relaxation, all those things that we talked about. If you can just get your body to rest and relax after you do these things, your body will appreciate it, because it needs to recover from whatever it's doing, as it's being, I wouldn't say stressed out as much as just taken to another level that will keep your longevity up. So very important. And we teach also about how important sleep is, and how you can, do certain things that are going to change your lifestyle in so many good ways.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so putting it all together, that was the title of today's episode, is now you got to put all these components together to develop your own personalized program. And I'm going to give you a few tips for that, and then we'll tell you about the program that we developed for you, because we understand it's one thing to have all the information, but it's another thing to actually take the action and actually make it happen. And so we'll talk about that in just a second. But just some basic tips here. If you are able to get it together and do it by yourself, that's great. But first thing you got to do is make sure is that as far as your exercise goes, you've got to schedule it. You got to put it in your calendar. I'm going to do this at 7 in the morning or 4 in the evening, whenever it works for you. Because if you don't put it down, it probably is not going to happen. So you got to schedule your workouts. And then as far as your eating plan, you've got to have a plan. You got to sit down and determine what foods are best for you and what foods you actually want to have in your house, and then determine how am I going to go out and get that right food, and then what are some meals that I'm actually going to prepare. So you got to have a plan. And then the other biggest tip of all is 2 big tips: is to if you can, get a workout partner, or hopefully with your spouse or your friends, to put together the programs together, and that way you'll hold each other accountable. And then the best thing of all, though, is to get a coach, at least to get you started. Coaching is known to be the surest and fastest way to achieve any goal. So we're here to give you that coaching, because as I just earlier mentioned, it's one thing to have all the right information and know what you should be doing and need to be doing, but to actually get started and do it in a way that's going to be effective, it's going to be safe, and it's going to be personalized just for you, because we're all unique. We all have different lifestyles. We're all at different health and fitness levels. So if you have a coach, it's going to make a huge difference. So we put together this program called the Real Results Program. It's a 21-day wellness program where I'm going to work with you each week to develop your personal program in mindset, in nutrition, in exercise, in rest, all the components that we've talked about. We're going to develop a plan that incorporates all those components, that's personalized just for you, where you're at, and what is your lifestyle, and what are your goals? Do you actually want to accomplish? That's where I'm going to help you, work with you. So in just 21 days, you're going to be able to develop and begin implementing your own personalized program. And I'll be there each week. We have an hour a coaching session to answer all your questions and help you develop your program. And so I just want to let you know, when you work with me, you will be successful. So, and the best thing now about it, John, is we made it really inexpensive. You know, my main coaching program, online coaching program, is a $3,000 program where I work with people for several months and with many different sessions. But this is streamlined to just give you the essentials that you need. It's really everything you need, and I'll make sure that you get a program that's going to work for you, and you will be successful, and you're going to be really happy with it. So we'll put that information in you know, how you can contact us, and how you can go there and read more about it, and sign up for that program. So,
Yeah,
yeah, what do you want to add there, John?
I just want to add, Rico, that what you have here, the Real Results in 21 Days Wellness Program, is absolutely astounding as far as 21 days to make lifestyle habits that you've had to brought you to where you are, and just making that little shift for the rest of your life of putting in these 21 days of work. And it's work, but it's fun work. It's because you know where it's leading you. It's going to lead you, and we could paint a picture that is not really to anyone's benefit about, as you age, the things that you've done all your life are taking you down a very ugly path. And I hate to say ugly, but that's what we're seeing out there now. Yeah. And this is a beautiful way to go. And this will bring a smile to your face. It'll bring you joy. And it's all very clear. And with your coaching, because where we are today as elders, you and I both know that we are leading a happy life. We are leading a life that our health is everything. In all the conversations that I'm with, as far as elders, that is the main thing, telling about their ailments. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be that way. And I'm just saying, I really, really think this is a tremendous way to go.
Yeah, just to add to that, you know, John and I, as you can probably see, we're pretty enthusiastic, pretty energetic here. I mean, we're getting more excited about our life all the time, and we want you to be able to feel that way as well. But it's hard to feel that way if you don't feel good physically and mentally. And so that's why we put together this program. And I also want to add, again, this is not nothing that's going to be too difficult. It's all simple, basic, easy things that you can do. And I make sure that you'll be able to incorporate it into your busy schedule. So no matter what you've tried in the past, or what maybe you think you failed or didn't work, or I don't know what to do, I guarantee you, I know what to do, and you'll have a plan or a program that definitely will be easy to implement, and to implement into your busy schedule, and it's going to get the results that you want. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I really look forward to working with you. And so again, we'll put the link in the show, but it just go to ageleslivinglifestyle.com/real-results. Then you can get all the information. You can sign up there, and you'll be happy to see how inexpensive it is. And also, you can always contact John and I. We'll get that information too if you have any questions about it. So I think that's it, John. We're just about ready to wrap this show up. What's some last words you'd like to say?
Yeah, my last words are going to be coming from you as far as knowledge, education, knowing what we've got here is going to put you on a path. If you can shift your mind just a little bit to say, I can get better as I age, I can get better as I move forward in life instead of going down this path that most of us are going, unfortunately. And I know that, what's it going to take? It's going to take knowing what you're doing, and then take it from there. You know what to say, Rico.
Yeah.
Einstein will tell us.
Yeah. I always like to end all my podcasts with Einstein's one of his best sayings is, knowledge without action is useless. So we're here to give you knowledge and wisdom and support and inspiration, but you got to take action on it. So we want to thank you for being here. If you like today's show, tell your friends about the Fearless Aging podcast. And also, we'll put all these links in the show description. We'd like you to subscribe to our show. You can go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com/podcast. You also get a valuable free ebook all about, it's called How to Be Bold, Never Be Old, there just for subscribing. And also you can go to agelesslivinglifestyle.com and take our free aging assessment to see how well you are doing. And if you don't like the results, you better get into our 21-day program, because then you will get it. You'll be aging much better. So I think that's it for today, John. So everybody here, thanks so much for being here. And the last word is, you can do this. So you just got to step up and do it.
Excellent. Thank you, Rico. Bye-bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Thank you.